Hey friends, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us for this 13 Plus FastCast. I'm Anna Orsini. We want to get right into it today because there's a couple of crashes that we are following from overnight. So if you were with us this morning, you heard about one of these crashes. It was on Prince and I-10. The crash happened around 1:15 this morning. Tucson police say they're still investigating right now. We do know that one person was pronounced dead at the scene of that crash. Another person was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Police say that this area will be closed until they finish up that investigation. Again, it was impacting the Prince intersection above I-10, so kind of that westbound exit and off-ramp onto I-10. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this for you as we learn more about that throughout the day. Another crash that we have more information on from overnight is the one that happened near Silver Bell and Speedway. Tucson police say that what happened in this case was a Honda CR-V collided with a pedestrian who was crossing the street there. That man was unfortunately pronounced dead at the scene. Now, police say the driver immediately stopped and they did cooperate with that investigation. The driver was evaluated and was not impaired at the time of that crash. Police believe that the person crossing the street was the major contributing factor in the crash. The victim has not been identified. Police do say this investigation is ongoing as well. And we talked about this a couple of days ago, but just a reminder that October is the most dangerous month when it comes to the roadways here in Arizona. It's the deadliest month, so just keep that in mind as you head out. Build in some extra time, be extra cautious, and let's try to make sure that everyone does get home safely and that we kind of beat those numbers that we've had over the last few years and we don't see as many fatalities and pedestrian collisions as we have in years before. Now, another big thing that we've been talking about is that emergency alert test that's going to be happening today. It's going to be happening about 50 minutes from now at 11:20. So if you have a phone, you will be getting a notification because of this. And we do know that that alert is going to be sent out to TVs, radios, cell phones across the country, which means that if your cell phone is not off or if you don't have it on silent, it will play that alert out loud. Now, this is super concerning for advocates for domestic violence survivors specifically because they say that when somebody's phone goes off, the person who they're being abused by may not know that they have a phone. It's not uncommon for abusers to kind of cut off a stream of communication for their victims, which means they could take away their phone or break their phone. So if people have backup phones or what they call safety phones that are hidden away for use in an emergency and the phone goes off, it could put those people in really dangerous situations once that alert does end up going off.
If that phone then goes off because of an alert, that could then raise suspicions or straight up tell their partner, hey, there's something going on here. Maybe this person's thinking of leaving me. Maybe that's why they have this phone. And that could spiral into an incredibly dangerous situation.
He says that the best bet in a situation like this is to turn alert notifications off in the phone settings, or you can just turn off the phone in general. So if you do know someone or you've been in contact with someone who may be in a situation like this, a potentially dangerous situation, please reach out to them, give them a heads up, let them know that that alert system test is going to be happening about 50 minutes from now at 11:20 today. And again, keep an eye out for that alert. If you have any meetings at that time, maybe put your phone on silent ahead of time. Now, here at home, something else that we're following is Pima County wants you to weigh in and tell you what they should do with money that they received from a recent opioid settlement. The county received about $50 million, and they say some of that money has already been spent on things like harm reduction, which does include increasing the amount of Narcan that we have within the county. But they're also looking for more ways that they can address the current opioid crisis that we're seeing here at home. So some of the ideas include expanding recovery centers, training for more emergency room personnel, mobile treatment and recovery services, and then recovery efforts for women who are pregnant while they're using opioids. So the best way that you can weigh in is actually if you go to our website. On our website, you'll see this story. Pima County wants to hear from you on how to spend opioid settlement money. If you just scroll down and click on that blue link that you see there in that sentence, now time is running out for you to weigh in, it'll take you directly to this survey through the Pima County website. It's the Opioid Settlement Feedback Survey. Fill that out so that you can weigh in on where you want to see that money go specifically. You can submit that, but the important thing to know is that this needs to be done by the end of today. So again, you can see on our website what that story is called if you'd like to fill out that survey. They need all of these surveys in by the end of today. From there, they will kind of weigh the feedback that they got, and once they do that, the Board of Supervisors will then make any final decisions on what they want to do with that money. Now, if you are someone who is still paying for school just days after that student loan payment resumed, President Biden announced that he will be canceling another $9 billion in student loan debt. The White House says it's conducting what it calls fixes to a broken system. The White House was able to use existing debt relief to help about 125,000 borrowers, but what about the rest who don't fall into that category? The Biden administration says that those who fall behind over the next year will not see as harsh of penalties, but late payments, while they will not be reported to credit bureaus, interest is a big concern for those of you who fall behind on those payments because interest could begin to pile up.
Keep up on them, make the necessary sacrifices within your personal budget so that you're not falling behind. But I wouldn't be, writing a large check or taking a 401k, early withdrawal to eliminate all of your student loans when there's a real possibility down the road they will be forgiven.
Now, the SAVE program was also introduced for borrowers to apply for a lower monthly payment. Unfortunately, some of those benefits do not kick in until next year, so we will keep a close eye on this. We know it's impacting a lot of people here at home as those payments start to pick back up. And keeping an eye on the 2024 race, Carrie Lake has filed her paperwork to run for Senate, so this would be for Kirsten Sinema's seat. It does set up a potential three-way race moving forward. We know that Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb has already announced that he will be running for that Senate seat. He is a Republican, and then Representative Ruben Gallego on the Democratic side. Now, she has not made a formal announcement. She says that she is going to do that next week, so that's something that, of course, we will continue to keep an eye on for you and let you know what's happening in 2024 here in Arizona. And if you didn't know already, today is National Taco Day, and what better place to celebrate than here in Tucson? We actually know, according to Yelp, Tucson is one of the top 15 taco towns in the country. You can see that map there on your screen. Yelp put this together. Now, Austin, Texas is number 1, but good representation here in Arizona. You can see that Phoenix is number 3 and Tucson is number 5. But aside from the top 15 list, they also came out with the 100 best restaurants to get tacos from. And 2 of those are actually right here in Tucson. So our very own Yasmin Lopez went out to one of those restaurants today. She spoke with the owner, spoke with the chef there, and got a little preview of what you can expect if you would like to head out and celebrate National Taco Day.
It is National Taco Day here in Tucson, and by that I mean Yelp has put out their 100 top taco spots in the U.S., and Tucson has had 2 locations on that list, one being here at La Chaiteria on Congress and Grande, and I'm joined here by Wendy. Wendy, you guys got the 48th spot in the top 100. How was it getting that news?
I was so excited. We just want to keep making tacos.
Now, you have been cooking for us all morning, all day, and you will continue to do it throughout the day. And tell us a little bit about what you got going on here.
So we have the most popular tacos on the menu. On this side, they're like the meat tacos. These are the huevo rancheros tacos. It has a little bit of carnitas, queso fresco, ranchero sauce, some cilantro. And then right here, we have a carnita taco and a barbacoa taco. So barbacoa, very popular, number 1 seller on the meat menu. And that's the carnitas menu that we make. Everything's made fresh, and some frijoles, beans, and queso fresco. Then we have the birria tacos right here, pickled onions, some jalapenos, and then
you also have the vegan options as well, right?
yes, we do have the vegan options. We have the pastor tacos right there, very spicy, but people love it. And we have a Frida Kahlo taco with huitlacoche. And then we have the number 1 seller on the vegan menu over there, the green one. That's the Cuban taco. So yes, everybody loves those tacos right there. And then some garnishes, onions, jalapenos, pickled onions, guacamole, and yuca fries.
Yuca fries, yeah. I can't wait to try all of this. These vegan options look very, very delicious.
They're delicious.
Now, if you could tell the viewers where your location is.
We are over Menlo Park, 1002 West Congress Street, and we're open every day at 8 a.m., but close on Mondays.
Close on Mondays, all right. Well, we will have all that information for you online, and you can head on over to KOLD.com. But for now, here in Menlo Park, I'm Yasmin Lopez. Back to you.
Now, what about that weather today to celebrate National Taco Day? Well, it is good. We're looking at 90 degrees as your high today. Should stay kind of in the upper 80s for most parts here in Tucson. 90 degrees again, the high. And then looking at those temperatures starting to climb back up a little bit, you're looking at 97 for Friday, 95, 94. but we'll take what we can get. We don't see any triple digits on the board, which is good news, and a 10% chance for some precipitation over the weekend. So just cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of that here at home. But if you're planning to celebrate National Taco Day out on the patio, should be a really nice, calm day for you. We'll take a look outside right now, see what Tucson is looking like. Earlier this week, we kind of saw those trees swaying around, breezier conditions. Not seeing much of that today. So a really nice fall day ahead for you. Those overnight temperatures staying relatively low, 59 degrees tonight. So honestly, as far as southern Arizona goes, kind of perfect fall weather. Could be a little bit cooler, but again, we'll take what we can get. Thanks for joining us for this 13 Plus FastCast. Carson will be back here at 2:30, hopefully with some updates on those crashes that we're following and a look at what else we're following here at home today. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you back here soon.